Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway, and in the driveway is a...
Yo, you know what time it is? It's double trouble time. That's right, double trouble time, all right? It's when you get twice the entertainment, double the fun, and hopefully, all right, we get a whole lot of, double the inspiration that comes out of this show because, well, I'm Jared A. Brown. Your co-host. My twin brother, Double Trouble Bro 2, I was born first, is the other co-host, and we interview the brightest minds in the affiliate marketing or digital marketing or entrepreneur space. And so today that's what we're doing. So please don't be stingy. All right. Crush that share button. Hit that share button so that we can get other people inspired. All right. We're here to get people inspired to do more with their lives and not just be asleep. All right. Wake up. Your 9 to 5 may be keeping you asleep. All right. So wake up. And that's what we're here to do. Let's wake up. All right, here we go. Hello, Jonathan. Thank you for joining us, my brother. So we've got a great opportunity today, and I'm so excited. I'm amped up. All right, Jonathan Montoya is joining us in the chat. We have got a great guest today, and I'm super excited to do that. But before I introduce our special guest, all right, I'm going to bring in a flash my co-host, all right, my brother from the womb, my twin brother. I'm going to bring him on board. Here we go. Co-host time. Boom. What is up, my brother? How are you? Jeff, can you hear me, my brother? Your mic is muted a little bit. Here we go.
What's up, everyone?
Hey. All right, thanks for joining us. Jeff is in Abu Dhabi in the UAE. He's getting up really early in the morning. All right, the crows may be crowing, or the roosters may be crowing where he's at right now. All right, it's pretty early in the morning where he's at, and I live near Salt Lake City, Utah, and our guest is from South Africa, and so we're all scattered around. But this is going to be a great show. Jeff, our guest is Craig Ernson. And back in 2018, he lost his job. He lost his job back in 2018. That's when he never looked back. He started his affiliate marketing journey back in 2018 and never went back to work for a boss or his 9-to-5 job. And so I'm excited to hear his story because he was working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, even holidays, working, burning the midnight oil, it sounds like. And so I'm excited to bring him on. And so Craig Ernson is our special guest. I'm excited. Let's give him a very VIP welcome. All right, everybody, it's double trouble time. That's what time it is. We're bringing on our special guest. Make sure you write in the comment section, drop a word. All right, welcome, Craig. please drop a word. Welcome Craig in the comment section. Here we go. VIP intro for our VIP guest. Boom. Hello, Craig. What is up, my brother?
Boom, boom. Well, I started getting butterflies in my stomach the closer the introduction got. So great to be with you guys.
Hey, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you for joining us as a guest on our Double Trouble show.
My privilege to be on your show. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. You know what? We're scattered across the globe here a little bit. I'm near Salt Lake City, Utah, USA. Jeff's in Abu Dhabi in the UAE, my twin brother, and you're in South Africa. Where in South Africa are, what city is it?
If you look on the map, we're on the most southern tip of Africa, right in Cape Town, right on the
Cape
tip
Town.
Of the on the
Okay.
bottom. Yep.
All right. We have a friend, Jacques, who lives in South Africa, but I'm not sure.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Do you know
He's
him
in
as
the
well?
same city as me.
Oh, he is. Okay. All right. Yeah.
he's not
He's
too
a good
far from me.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. He's always super positive. He has a great vibe and just always upbeat. I love that guy.
Yep.
Well, hey, listen. So I've given you a little bit of an introduction only because I've read a little bit on your Facebook profile, but I really want to learn more about you with you telling your story a little bit. And so tell us a little bit about what happened. In 2018, you lost your job and you never looked back. But what happened? How did you lose your job? And tell us a little bit about how your journey started, Craig.
Well, my IT job, as you said in the intro, was working 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week, including weekends, public holidays, Christmas, Easter, all the major holidays.
Wow.
And then you got like 4 days off, right? And then you have to spend 2 of those 4 days recovering, and then before you know, you're back at work again. So in the interim, I got searching. While I was working IT, I searched how to start your own business, and discovered that, to start your own business, it comes with its own set of overheads. You got to pay. It's a huge financial risk. It comes with its own stresses and what have you. And yeah, that wasn't going to work for me. Starting my own business. And then that's where I came across affiliate marketing. And so I found out that you could leverage other people's businesses that are already done for you, their products. They do the sales, the selling, the telling. You're literally just a middleman between the buyer and the seller. And that resonated with me. But as I was working my IT job, I dabbled, because as most people do, you got the security of a job. So you don't take the affiliate marketing side of things too seriously. You dabble, play a little bit here, a little bit there. And you're never going to get anywhere if that's your mindset, to dabble.
Right.
You're only going to get somewhere if you actually go all in. You burn the boats
100%.
and you go all in. And so what happened is I dabbled and invested in a couple of programs and what have you, including the One Funnel Away Challenge of ClickFunnels. And then one morning, 2018, my life was about to change forever, as you said. And funnily enough, that morning, I was reading this book. And the scenario of this book of ClickFunnels, I don't know if you can see it there. I've got my virtual screen, but it says, what would you do from day one to, okay, you suddenly lose everything. What would you do from day 1 to 30 to save yourself? I was actually reading that book that morning for some crazy reason, whatever it is. They call it destiny, call it whatever you want.
Right.
And so my wife and myself were discussing this book in the car. That same morning, I got called into the boardroom of my office. I met up with all my colleagues because I'd taken the annual leave and just came back from a vacation. Caught up with the colleagues, all cheery and happy, and then the call came to the boardroom. Hey, listen, we need you in the boardroom. And bosses said, "Listen, your services are no longer required," because the role I was in.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to work in an IT job where you monitored servers all over the world of all the major big companies like Adidas and Toyota. I monitored their servers, so literally just sat there staring at a computer screen to see if there were any server breakdowns throughout the night. And then I'd have to actually call in if there were any breakdowns and get the technicians to go fix those PCs. So they said, "Listen, we're automating your duties," and so yeah, they got automation on board, and that's how I lost my job.
Wow.
And so that's when affiliate marketing was no longer an option for me to dabble. I had to take it seriously, and that's where the breakthrough came. But that's the start of the story. That's how that happened. I don't want to talk too much. I want to let you guys run the show and ask me the questions, and then I'll fill in the blanks where you guys ask.
Wow. So let's summarize that for a moment here. So you had responsibility as the IT guy, which is a big responsibility, depending upon, regardless of how big the company is. That's a big responsibility. And they one morning you're reading that book, and who introduced you to that book, or how did you get that book?
This book is actually you get this for free. You pay $100 to join the One Funnel Away Challenge at ClickFunnels.
Okay, all right.
And then that's one of the gifts that you get for free through the post. You get a T-shirt and a whole lot of stuff.
All right.
This book is,
all right. So good. So it came with the, as a goodie, right? A free goodie, and in like a goodie bag, and one of the things that they give you to try it out, and you decide, on a whim, to start to read it. And on that same day, as happenstance, so to speak, or as a coincidence, you get called in, and your employer, your boss, has told you that your services are no longer required, and that they'll be automating your position. Right. Is that what I'm understanding?
Correct. 100%.
Wow. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Again, whether you call it destiny, fate, whatever you want to call it, that just sounds like that things started to kind of go into position for you way before, you actually lost your job. So when did you start to kind of learn more about the ClickFunnels and stuff like that? Was that like a month before you lost your job, or what was the timeline like?
I would say, roughly about a month before, because I think that this was the very first One Funnel Away Challenge, if memory serves. It was in, I think it was the November of that month of 2018. And then towards the tail end of November is actually when I went back to work, and they said, "Listen, your service is no longer required." So, pretty much about a month. Yep.
Wow. All right, and that is crazy. So, what happened? Like, how long did this kind of sink in, so to speak, and register in your own mind that I've just lost my job? Was this something that you had to kind of come to grips with, come to terms with, or was it something that you did calmly and you reacted, very normally? How did this all kind of happen in your own mind?
Definitely not normally. At that moment, you go into survival mode, and I think that is what this affiliate marketing game is. I think 99.9% mindset, right? And so I would say I went into survival mode. I had a fiance, my wife now was my fiance at the time, and thankfully she had a job, so she could sort of sustain us. However, she obviously still expected me to go back and get a job, as your partner does.
Yes.
This is something that a lot of people will get to deal with as affiliate marketers, because you got to, communicate with your better half, and it becomes part of your life, and you got to discuss the finances, you got to discuss the implications of it. And so thankfully I had a wonderful fiance who bore with me, who she got stressed at one stage and said, "Hey, listen, man, I don't know if this is going to work.
Normal.
You better go get a job." That's normal, and so but what I did was I went into survival mode, and what was an option, an alternative for me, was now sink or swim. And so I had to make it happen, and that's where this one funnel away challenge, I went into survival mode and I went pitching like crazy. It wasn't an option. It was sink or swim. And I promise you, I probably DM'd close to 100 or more people in the DMs. And then I ended up closing a bunch of sales, one funnel away sales. That was my first affiliate commissions, believe it or not. Having dabbled before, it was only when I went into survival mode when I actually got some sales. And those were my first sales. And then absolutely tunnel vision, no options, burn the boats, like Tony Robbins said, take the island, burn the boats. So went to survival mode, and also being in the ClickFunnels space, I also taught myself to build funnels. Like, obviously being an IT guy, it became a little bit more natural to me than the normal guy that's not tech savvy. So the funnel building came kind of naturally to me, connecting funnels and autoresponders and all that kind of stuff. And so actually soon after that, landed a massive gig for this guy. He owns a security franchise, and I think the Atlanta baseball team, I forget their name, forgive me, I'm not a big US sports fan.
Okay, Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, Atlanta Braves, I think it is. He does the security franchise for them. And so he wanted me to build a funnel for his security franchise. And so that was like a $5,000 gig. And so that was the income on top of the couple of $100 commissions for the one funnel away challenge that I landed. And then I landed another gig with a Canadian lady, also $5,000 gig. And then came the massive one, the life-changing one, is where people have heard about my services and how I work, and about the same time, that's where I met Jonathan Montoya, my good friend, and now my business mentor and coach. He was actually involved in the ClickFunnels. I think they just launched the Traffic Secrets affiliate program as well, and he was one of the top affiliates in Traffic Secrets, and we got chatting and what have you. And then, long story short, he hired me to build the Freedom Breakthrough funnel for him, the previous course. And so that was a massive gig.
Wow, that's impressive.
And then from there, pretty much I've been I learned affiliate marketing from Jonathan and from his Freedom Breakthrough course and from his other courses. And then eventually he asked me to do the weekly coaching calls for him on the Freedom Accelerator course, the new course, which is fantastic. And then also he gave me the gig of, doing the done for you funnel service for his clients. So that's where we are today, and completely life changed. I'm working from home, my own boss, nobody to answer to, and my life has been absolutely transformed with this whole affiliate marketing game and space.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing. How that's a life transformation.
Yeah.
In a matter of what, since 2018 to now,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it came just the right time as well, just prior to COVID, because obviously during the COVID phase, that sustained me, I know a lot of guys who were laid off of their jobs as well in that same IT company during COVID. So it was a blessing in disguise for me to actually land this online gig, that carried me through COVID. And
So I'm interested to hear a little bit more about how you met Jonathan Montoya and how that kind of helped your business relationship and your business in general. So I want to give a special shout out to Merrick here. Thanks for watching, Merrick.
Hey, Merrick, it was a good buddy of mine from the Freedom Accelerator space.
Yeah,
so good to see him.
And it looks like I want to say thank you for Maggie for watching as well from Vancouver,
Maggie.
Canada. And Nathan, what up, my
Mate?
brother? I love Nathan, man. Let's go, Craig. Let's go.
Go, Wealth Warriors.
That's right. So yeah, so I'm very interested in that. So
Yeah.
because I'm also an affiliate for Freedom Accelerator, Jonathan Montoya's Freedom Accelerator, and I've been introduced just recently to his I think what is he calling it, the Profit Machine? I think
Yes,
what he's
yes,
calling
that's right.
it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So when both you and Jonathan were in the ClickFunnels and you started chatting with him, and then he hired you, and you were instrumental in regards to building the funnels for Freedom Breakthrough. Wow. I mean, I want to say that is impressive. Number one, but number two, what kind of I mean, at the time, what did you see this as an opportunity? How did you picture or visualize this becoming?
To be honest with you, I didn't. I had no clue where it was going to go.
Okay.
And this is one thing I want to say to your audience as well. You need to be networking with people. If you don't have a network, you're not going to grow. And that is what I did. I put myself out there and connected with the right people. Had struck up the right conversations, similar to what you and Jared and Jeff were doing. I did a kind of a interview thing where I had a couple of top guys. I interviewed Blake Newbar. I interviewed Catherine Jones. So those kind of JV partnerships.
Okay.
Just
Right.
opens up a whole world for you. So that is one piece of advice that I want to give you guys. Definitely JV. Do things like this with Jeff and Jared. It just opens up a whole world with you. Being the ones that are the interviewers and also the guests on shows. It
Yes.
just opens up a whole space. So that kind of what happened with Jonathan, and we just got chatting, and we, funnily enough, compared notes, and he was asking questions about how do I promote this Traffic Secrets affiliate program or whatever. He was still in the learning phase, because if you follow Jonathan's journey, it isn't that long. It's actually just
Since
the other day,
2019 or something,
correct,
right?
Correct. And he's gone. It just speaks volumes that me and him were kind of affiliates, just ordinary guys, affiliates, and he's just gone so much further than I have.
Right.
His application and his dedication, and so yeah.
Super impressive.
So that's where we got chatting, and then he says to me, "Hey, listen, would you be up for building the funnel for Freedom Breakthrough?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's get it on." And just I actually got a little team together. There was 3 of us, and then we just got stuck in, uploaded all the videos, did the funnels, everything, and then we just nailed it. And here we are today, a couple of years later.
Yeah, Freedom Breakthrough just it exploded, ballooned, and and now you're just building more and more together with Freedom Accelerator, and now the Profit Machine, and everything else. That's so exciting.
Right. Yep.
72-hour challenge as well, of course, because he I mean, there's so much his mind. That's what impresses me about Jonathan Montoya is that he's always trying to learn how he can improve and do something else, if you know what I mean. And that's impressive. Some people some people will do something well and then that's it, and they're like a what's it called, a 1 or 2 pony trick. What is that called? You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
So Raul, I want to give a special shout out to Raul. Thank you, brother, for watching. So Craig, you mentioned just something just a moment ago I want to touch on again, is you mentioned that to leverage to leverage other people's audience, And I love that he talks about this, by the way, Merrick. Call me Magic. My name. It's pure Polish. Can't translate on English. That's awesome. Uh, Leveraging someone else's audience is something that Jeff and I have tried to do. Of course, you just mentioned that. And we've interviewed Daniel Chu. We've interviewed other people, and we've asked you, and you graciously accepted our invitation. And it's great to kind of marriage, to have a marriage that way with both our audience and your audience, because it's a mutual sort of thing, is because you get basically introduced to other people that you may not already know. And then, you know what I mean? And we get introduced to people like Maggie and Raul and some people that you're connected to. So it's a great way to kind of converge. And in one of Jonathan's emails a couple weeks ago, he graciously actually put Jeff and me on an email where he talked about nearly the same topic about, leveraging, or how, I can't remember exactly what it is verbatim that he stated, but about using other people's audience and stuff like that. And so it was, right. And I'm looking through the daily email that he sends out, and I see it was the thumbnail that we used for the show that we did with Daniel Chu. And
yes,
I'm like, wow, and it was quite a surprise to see that. But it is a great thing to do, because not only, again, like I just mentioned, it helps both parties. And you just stated now that if anyone who is watching now, how important is that for a beginner to help to build his or her business, is to leverage someone else's audience? How do you think, how important is that for someone who's just beginning?
There's a book that I think it's .com Secrets, right? That Russell Brunson, it's .com Secrets, Expert Secrets. I forgot which one is which, but I think it's .com Secrets. In there, he talks about 4 different character types, right? And the first one is the hero behind the story, right? You the hero in the story. The second one, I forgot. And then there's the interviewer. The interview, like Tony Robbins, right? Tony Robbins, I don't know if you guys know this, but he owns like multiple businesses, and he literally built most of those businesses by interviewing others and literally downloading their skills into his own mind by interviewing them. And so there's the interviewer, so there's the hero, there's the interviewer, and then there's the reluctant hero. I forgot what the other one is. There's actually 4 different character types in that book. So definitely, if you are somebody that you don't have the backing to start off your journey and what have you, interview others who do, leverage their success, and also, like I always say to new affiliates, leverage the testimonies of other students, because remember, you're just the middleman between the buyer and the seller. It's not your responsibility to sell. You're literally just the middleman. You're just the recommender, and saying they're going on your recommendation. They trust, get to know, like, and trust you as an affiliate, and then based on your recommendation, they buy that product. So if you, for example, put other people's student testimonials on your funnels and what have you, nothing wrong with that. Nothing. Leveraging others. And I just want to piggyback on your point that you made there, Jared. I don't know if you guys saw the email that Jonathan sent out about his relationship with what's the guy, the Freedom Influencer. I forget his name. He's a big YouTuber as well. Maybe somebody can put it in the comments for me. He's a big YouTuber, one of Jonathan's good friends that he met at Funnel Hacking Live. Is also, but anyway, long story short, he was saying about his relationship with Jonathan, that there was, in this affiliate marketing space, is this, a lot of people have this lack mindset, right? But we should really have an abundance mindset. There's more than enough to go around for everybody. And so what you're saying is that we can literally share our audiences. And he was saying that it's Nathan Lucas. That's his name.
Nathan Lucas.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So Nathan Lucas was saying that he met Jonathan, and he was saying that some of Jonathan's audience may not resonate with Jonathan, but they resonate with him, and vice versa as well.
Ah,
Some of his audience may resonate with Jonathan and not resonate with him. So he said there's always that benefit of, you know, using each other's platforms and introducing our audiences to one another. If you don't have that backing to get started, you don't, the credentials when you get started, literally just be the interviewer, and that way you build up your confidence, you build up your knowledge as well by plugging in other people's knowledge. And yeah, so that's a good way to start for newbies. Absolutely.
yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, and that does resonate with me. So you're saying that, you know, like if I have a different vibe or a different, you know, sort of personality, that somebody may actually connect with me just because of, I don't know, maybe the way my personality or whatever it is, and we click, we connect.
Exactly.
Better. Yeah. Okay, I follow you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And one thing, you know, when you post content on the internet, you're making yourself raw and exposed to the world out there, and not everybody's gonna like you, and that's okay.
That's okay.
What I'd say to everybody is make peace with it straight off the bat. You know, it's okay. Not everybody's gonna like me. You're gonna get some trolls that are gonna comment on your content, and that's okay. And then they're gonna like Jeff, and then like Jared. That's okay. Don't take offense. Just brush it off. And,
yeah, just brush that off.
Yeah, that's it.
Totally right. In fact, I kind of make a joke about that, is that until you get trolls, you're really not progressing.
True. That's true. That's
true. Because if you're not getting any trolls, then your content's not being seen. You know what I mean?
True. And you know, they talk about this soap opera thing, right, in the digital marketing space, because you kind of want to have this drama. You know, you want to have this, people like that spice, that extra edge to your content. Like I responded to this troll on a video. I always, if there's a troll, I respond to them with a video comment, and that video got 20,000 views.
Holy cow!
And got me some more students. So
yeah, they forget about that. I mean, I don't think that that when they are, you know, commenting negatively, you know, in any sort of derogatory way, I don't know that in their mind they understand they're actually helping you get more visibility. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I always say thanks for spiking my algorithm, buddy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what is happening, is that they will bend the algorithm to your favor. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. So
all right. So this is I want to kind of get a little more on that same path where you've helped Jonathan Montoya with the Freedom Breakthrough, you know, and you've been able to connect with other people. And to me, what's most impressive about what I've heard so far, Craig, is that, you know, when I meet people, it's amazing. Jeff and I have been interviewing people with a live show like this since 2019. It's only since last year that we've been interviewing people in the this digital marketing, affiliate marketing space. But we've been interviewing people since 2019, and every story is a little bit different, right? It's like a snowflake, right?
Yeah.
Is that even though everybody sometimes is on a similar journey, it's always going to be experienced differently. You know what I mean?
True. Exactly.
Yeah. It's like Jeff and I started, we kind of put on our seatbelt and got back on the ride, so to speak, just in 2022. And even though we're twins, our journeys are different. You know what I mean? Because we experience things differently, you know, and so it's anyway, my point is that I always get a certain vibe from each guest, and what really resonates with me and what struck with me when I'm when I'm getting the information from you is that your timeline of when you were reading that book and when you went all in, as you put it, sink or swim, that kind of aligned well. And the thing is, okay, not everybody. Okay, let me rephrase this. Many people, Craig, get inspired. In fact, I think we get inspired multiple times a day, but at least once a day. But not everybody acts on it.
True.
And you did, and that's what's kind of struck with me. Okay, is that you acted on it. Now, yeah, okay, one could argue, well, you had to, or you were in a position where you were backed into a corner because you lost your job. Well, I would counter that other people have lost their jobs too, but they were still afraid of taking a risk. So to me, okay, whether you call it spirituality, all right, being in tune with what's happening in your life, there are several different terms you could use, but what was it about reading your interpretation of what you needed to do at that moment? And I'm not saying that you knew or that you had 100% I don't know, visibility that this was the exact path that you had to take, and there was no margin for error because everything was going to go perfectly, because life doesn't go that way. But what helped you act on that inspiration?
I would say this is where it's important. Like people always say, have your why. Why are you doing things like? And they do things like vision charts and things like that. People think it's stupid, but there's a real method behind that madness. You have a vision board and things like that, because you got one life. Last Saturday I flew up to another province in South Africa. A good friend of ours, 34 years old, just had a sudden heart attack. He was just in the shopping mall. A lot of people saw him in the shopping mall. Hours later, he's sitting over a plate of dinner, and he just collapses, has a massive heart attack. That's it. Life is gone. No more for him. So, all of us, we got one life, and people don't realize that they live their lives as if you get a second shot or a third shot at this. You don't. This is the only shot we've got. So, if you're not going to make it count now, you're not going to be one of the 1%, because 99.9% are going to go back to the job. They're going to go back to their bosses. But the 1% are going to say, no, listen, that's not me. I'm not going to live my life in an office cubicle for 40 years and then, try and live the best life for the very short span in my old age. And then I don't even have the energy to enjoy, my old age, type of thing. So I said, no, heck no, I'm not going back there. And that was kind of my driving factor, my motivational factor. And it kind of swung around full force, right? Because my wife and I had our first baby. And in South Africa, the government they don't really look after their people. So during that time when she had a baby, she got like a government fund because she wasn't working. And so my affiliate marketing efforts, I'm not bragging, I'm just saying that it actually helped us, and we were able to pay the bills and
wow.
And so that's what you got to think about. People have got to take this stuff seriously, take life seriously, because number one, life is short, and number two, the economy is going crazy. The economy is going to the toilet. So if you're not going to make preparation, then you're going to find yourself in a deep hole that you can't dig yourself out of. A lot of people are stuck. I was speaking to, I get to, because I do the done for you funnel setup for Jonathan, I get to meet a lot of wonderful people from all over the world. And so this one lady was a military vet, right? And so she was saying she's got into this affiliate marketing game because she's really struggling. She doesn't know if her pension is going to cover her for the duration of her life. And that, really, really hits home with me. You have to make preparation, guys. If you don't, nobody else is going to do it for you. And like Stephen Larson, who I don't know if you guys know his story with Funnel Hacking Live. He was like Russell Brunson. He just latched onto Russell Brunson. He built funnels and whatever. Didn't have money to go to Funnel Hacking Live, and then he took a bicycle and he cycled to Funnel Hacking Live, and he snuck into the auditorium where they had Funnel Hacking Live, and then he actually watched it and what have you. But obviously he's gone on to make millions since then. But
Yeah.
Just that survival mode, that desperation mode, and thinking about your life and looking off in the distance. You got to make preparation. If you don't, nobody's coming to save you. That's one of my favorite slogans from Stephen Larson. Nobody's coming to save you. You got to do it yourself. Take the bulls by the horn and just literally do what you need to do.
Well
Yep.
said. Well said.
Yep.
You're right. That is one of my favorite lines of his as well. And because if you want to make a change, nothing's set in stone. You have to make the change. If you
Right.
don't, then I get it. All right. Change can be uncomfortable and something that might hold on. Well, I always forget with how this mirrors. What my twin brother often says here is that you have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. You know what I mean? That's what my
Yes.
twin brother says. And he's right, is that if you don't make a change, and change is not easy. Okay. And many people, all right. They, as you put it, not too long ago, as you had stated that that the economy is in many countries out of whack. Here it is. I mean, oh my gosh, we have some banks in the U.S. that have closed.
Yeah, definitely.
It's crazy. And so if so I get it that when change is scary, but what's scarier, right, is not making preparations. Okay. If you don't prepare for something that may or may not happen, then when it does happen, you're kind of a fish out of water, so to speak, right?
Definitely. And one thing I also I've learned to sort of work with, I'll advise people, if you can, educate yourself on money and how money works. If you, for example, that's one of the things I did when I started making some money with my affiliate marketing efforts and whatever. You obviously have a little bit more money to invest. So you want to make sure that you're investing your money smartly and what have you. So one of the things I've learned is that if you keep your money in a bank account, it will depreciate in value. But if you invest your money, that's where it grows. That's where people become wealthy. And obviously you got to do educated investments. And for example, you'll see some of the guys invested in multiple programs. I know you guys, Jared, have invested in multiple programs. I'm in the EIE. I'm in Freedom Accelerator. I'm in others as well. I've invested in a couple of programs, and all of them have the unique skill sets, right? And so you put together, those skill sets can build your wealth. So it's not money that you spend on commodities where you spend the money, it's gone. You spend the money and you actually get it back because you're investing it in skills, you're investing it in assets. For example, I do a bit of crypto investments on the side as well, and stuff like that. So definitely, if you're going to hold on to your money, I mean, that's a principle in life, right? They say, whatever you sow, you reap. And that works for your money as well. You sow your money, you're going to reap. If you're going to keep it, it's going to depreciate. It's going to vanish before you know. So I always encourage people to learn how to work with your money and your finances as well, in terms of investing to get a return, because that is wealth. Where when you invest and you get a return, that's wealth, versus a commodity. You buy something and it's gone. So yep.
Well said. Well said. Jeff and I often. When we hear something we really like, we call it a value bomb. And so I'm going to drop this right here, value bomb. Okay. Excuse the smoke, but that was well said, brother. Well said. Is that, that how you just quantified wealth, I think is just very eloquent. I like that. So we've got a comment here I'm going to bring up. We've got Magic Merrick here saying that very smart thinking. Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, I love Magic. Magic is someone who takes action. He asked me, and this is one thing I encourage guys to do: ask questions, bug people. Be the annoying guy in the room that asks questions, and that's definitely the philosophy and mindset I've taken. I mean, I've asked Jonathan questions. I said, "How does this work? How does that work?" And that's how you learn. You ask questions, and also who you hang around is very important. Don't hang around these whiners and complainers, because then you're going to become like those whiners and complainers. You do.
Yeah, it's
You start making
infectious.
excuses. Exactly. So yeah, I actually set up a completely different Facebook profile because my family, the Facebook where I socialize with family and friends, that can stay there. I got a different Facebook profile for my business. So
Okay.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're nearing the end a little bit here, Craig, but so many things that you've said today have resonated with me, and I'm gonna hopefully have other people replay this if they haven't watched it live. So, by the way, if you're watching this live, like Magic is, or Raul, or other people that have already commented, like Maggie, Nathan, please comment hashtag live. And if you watch this later on replay, please comment hashtag replay. But what I'd like to do is kind of give you, I don't know, a moment to kind of give what I call this is shout out time. Is whom would you like to shout out? Whether it's somebody you'd like to say thank you or pay tribute to, respect, or whom would you like to shout out?
Well, I suppose just staying in the same vein that I've stayed in for the majority of this school, I'd really like to shout out Jonathan Montoya. He's a guy who's you can trust him. Open, he's got integrity. He really wants to help people. He will sit there and he'll read those comments in his Facebook group, complaints about people, things that they're asking for, and then he'll go back and analyze that and build a product just around what people have said, what they're looking for. And myself and my family are eternally grateful to Jonathan Montoya. He's literally, because of the opportunities he's presented me with, both the opportunity to work with him and also to learn the skills of affiliate marketing, priceless. Thank you so much to Jonathan Montoya. Just a big shout out to him. And I wish him nothing but success for his future ventures. So, and to you guys as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. And I wish you guys go from strength to strength with your show as well. And yeah, I was a bit nervous when you did the whole intro thing. So you guys are getting big. So it's an honor and a privilege to be on your show.
Oh, thank you, Craig. We're hopefully going to be able to get it lined up where we also have Nathan Bockers on soon. But
nice.
And we're constantly trying to hit up other people. Sometimes it's a hit or miss, but you never know until you ask somebody.
100%.
Right. So I've
100%.
tried to hit up the guy that started the Rapid Profit Machine, James Taylor, I think his name is.
Yes.
Yeah. And sometimes you get gatekeepers or other people that are trying to, that maybe manage his stuff, and so it's really a pleasure to meet somebody who's connected with Jonathan Montoya, because I have so much respect and admiration for him when he's on. Some people are just. I think that it maybe is a trait from my father, but I've got a lot of empathy. God gave me empathy, and for some reason, I get a vibe from Jonathan Montoya. Maybe you do too, if you can confirm this, but he just seems like somebody who's genuine when he talks.
Yes.
And that certainly helps the like, know, and trust factor, of course, but he definitely just comes across as he's a very genuine person. So I have a lot of admiration and respect for him. So it's been a pleasure to get to know you better and how you met him and your connection and how things are, and your story alone is also an inspiration again, because many people, again, I think, okay, people get inspired multiple times a day, but at least once a day, but very few people act on it. And
Yeah.
you acted on your inspiration. And so that's, again, something that I think any viewer today, when they hear your story of 2018, how you were, you read a book and then that very day lost your job and felt inspired to not only having, you know, had a recollection of what you've recently read, but to go forward and have that tunnel vision, so to speak, and sink or swim. I'm doing this, and I'm doing it in fifth gear. I'm doing it 100%. Not everybody does that, as you put. I think you said it. Only 1%, right?
That's it. That's it.
Right.
That's true. That's it.
And so if anybody else who's watching this gets inspired by that, then I hope they will, because that is really inspirational, that you took that and rolled with it. And so, again, super privileged. It's my pleasure, our pleasure, to have had you as a guest on the Double Trouble Show. Thank you for coming on and sharing your story and letting us know, everything that you've done and everything else. I'm hoping that everybody else who watches this on replay gets just as inspired as I have been.
Absolute privilege. And just to latch on to what you said as well, in the affiliate marketing space, we all know what we need to do, right? We need to build a funnel. We need to connect to email autoresponder, collect emails. We need to create content. We know what we need to do,
yes,
but we don't do it.
Right.
Most people don't do it. It's only the 1% who do it that actually see the results. So, like Nike, guys, if this is my parting word, just do it.
Love it. I love it. So let's just do it, my friend. Thank you. Major love, much love and respect, Craig. Thank you so much again. All right. Hope you have a very blessed day, and that God continues to bless you and your family. All right, brother?
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys.
And thank you.
Same goes for you guys.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
All right. So, Jeff, man, what an inspiration to hear his story of how he lost his job in 2018, was reading that book from Russell Brunson and felt inspired to move forward with what he read and start his affiliate marketing journey.
Seriously, a total inspiration. My goodness. I mean, this is a live stream to totally replay. So please, folks, hashtag replay if you're replaying this. Craig is an inspiration. Totally replay this and replay it. My goodness, there are so many value bombs to take from this live broadcast.
Absolutely. I mean, he was working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, including weekends and public holidays. And, really just working and doing everything he could. And that shows, number one, a work ethic, of course,
dedication. Yeah.
So that says a lot about his character, of course, but to take that inspiration, be inspired, and act on it is something special. And we've said this multiple times during this show, but act on inspiration, please. Okay, take action, because this life is short. And I get it. Change is not easy.
It's not easy. Right.
If it were, okay, we'd all be making changes to our lives on a daily
basis.
Right. If it were easy, but it's not, and I get it. But take action. All right. Make goals. All right. And if you want to do baby steps, cool. All right. But make goals and celebrate them. Okay.
Right. And you know what? Sometimes let's underscore the goals thing, the daily goals. It's not easy sometimes to make the goals, but there are certain apps, programs that help you, assist you in making the goals. Right? You can download them. They'll assist you, help you, remind you. Right? There's the app Notion. There are other apps. Right when you wake up, click on that app. It'll remind you of all your daily goals. Thanks, Merrick, for tuning in, man. You're a great support, man. Thank you so much, Merrick.
All right, love that Magic guy. He's right. Is that sometimes we just need a reminder, though, and today's been a great reminder of how we can actually do something, make a decision, and act on it, even if it's, hey, if you make a mistake, all right, okay, mistakes are really just lessons, right? We
Exactly.
I can't remember where I heard this quote, so if I don't get it completely or 100% right, I apologize, but I heard in a quote that I never lose, I only win, or I have lessons. And that's a great way to positively spin something that you may make a mistake on, is just to have it as a lesson. All right. So even if you make a mistake, big whoop. All right. Just take it as a lesson, learn from it, polish it. All right. And do it better. All right. Put some lipstick on it, But anyway, so I know it's early where you're at, and I know that it's not easy getting up. I really appreciate you, getting up as early as you did in the UAE, my brother, and everybody else, man. If you're thinking about, just like it reads on that little ticker down below, if you're thinking about doing digital marketing, affiliate marketing, and you have questions, hit us up. We're very reachable, either on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Hit us up, direct message.
Yeah, even TikTok. We're on all platforms.
TikTok, right. Even on that new Clapper, we're clapping back. We're on that Clapper, all right? That sounds like I've got a sickness. I better not say that. I'm on that
Clapper. or some sort of device that you're trying to change the channel on your TV. Hey, give me the Clapper. Give me the Clapper.
Honey, I've got a bad case of the Clapper. But yeah, you can reach us. Just hit us up. We'll definitely help you. We'll get you in the right direction, and we'll get you going. We'll be happy to do that and make sure that your questions are answered. As you probably have already noticed, we keep it real. What you see right now, where I'm making jokes, I'm lighthearted. Jeff is. We like humor, and you'll get twice the fun. All right, double trouble. We got in double the trouble when we were younger. All right, we switched classes when we were in high school. We've told that story multiple times. And when I was about, I think it must have been when I was around 10 years old, I had a toothache. All right. And he had the cavity. I had his pain and he had the cavity. And when his cavity was filled, my toothache was gone. Boom. All right. So we've got, all right. I don't know where I'm going with it, other than we keep it real. All right. So, and
on the reel, and then on the reel, and on top of the reel.
Right. We keep it on the reel, Instagram reels and Facebook reels. All right. So anyway, thank you for following us. Seriously, we appreciate you, because without you following us, we cannot correctly inspire people like we have with Daniel Chu. And today's guest, what an honor it was to have Craig Ernstson on from South Africa. And we've had other people. I mean, last week, Hestu. Holy cow, that she hit so many value bombs as well. Hestu was inspirational. Without our audience, Jeff, we wouldn't be able to give inspiration to people that are watching. And so,
Oh, definitely.
yes,
We're nothing without our support.
right. So applause for all of our followers, whether you be on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or wherever you're watching from. And thank you for all of the people that are watching from Craig's audience. All right. Raul and Maggie and whoever else that didn't comment who may be watching. Nathan Bockers and Jonathan Montoya, of course, who was watching earlier and commented, "What's up, everyone?" So anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Thanks, Jeff, for being an early riser. And let's see, what would be something that we can end this show on? What kind of inspiration did you get from today's guest, and how would you like to summarize or end the show today?
Well, roll with the punches. I mean, Craig rolled with the punches. He's an inspiration because no matter what life gave him, he rolled with the punches and said, look, I am not going to give up. I am going to adjust. I am going to overcome. And I'm going to win.
Yep. Overcomer. An overcomer. All right. Love it. Okay. So thank you for joining the Double Trouble Show. Double Trouble. Twice the fun, twice the entertainment. I'd like to say we do it twice a week, but we only do it once a week. But we do it once a week, every Friday. And so please join us again. And if you can't reach us or watch it live, watch it on replay. And again, don't be stingy. All right, please crush that share button so that other people get just as inspired as we have been inspired today. Because I feasted on inspiration, and I know that other people would like some of that and eat some of that as well. So feed it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, and if you're watching this live, hashtag live. If you're watching this replay, hashtag replay. If you'd like to be a guest on our show, like Jared mentioned before, touch base with us on whatever platform. We're always available. Were you just eating those emojis?
Yes, they're good. Raspberry and
blackberry.
Raspberry and blueberry. Anyway, thank you, everyone. Thank you. I'm going to say peace. We're out. I want to find that outro. Oh, we got a comment. Hold on. They're probably poking fun at me. All right. No, it's Magic again. Great inspirational show. Thank you, Magic. All right. So I'm going to find that outro. Again, I'm going to stop those likes and hearts, although I love them. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And,
you goofy bastard.
Thank you for all those likes and the hearts. Thank you. But anyway, I'm gonna find that outro. And we're gonna say peace. We're out. Again, hashtag replay, hashtag live, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway, and in the driveway is a